Fisk.
SWAT is 1084 at Fisk Tower. All units stand by. Warrant is en route.
One of the first things you probably think of when you hear about a Spider-Man game is you think about the web swinging. And that's only natural because the web swinging is the main aspect that can make or break a Spider-Man game. With Insomniac as the developer for the Spider-Man game, they proved before that they're masters of reversal, and this game has proven that as well. Arguably being the best web swinging that has been released since Spider-Man 2, Insomniac Games managed to pull what they learned from their Xbox One exclusive title, which was Sunset Overdrive, apply it to the Spider-Man game, and show us what it looks like when Spider-Man has fluid movement all throughout New York City. The way he goes over fire escapes, the way that when he's running, just based on the base street, he's parkouring, the way he dives, the way the ripples go through his suit, just everything about the way Spider-Man moves, the way he acts, the way he thinks, it's just, Insomniac was so spot on with it. They even made traveling through the subway fun and hilarious with unique cinematics that appear each time throughout the loading screens. Another core aspect of a Spider-Man game is the combat. Because he is a superhero, he will be occasionally fighting big baddies and low-life criminals from time to time on a day-to-day basis. The creative director, Brian Intihar, calls Spider-Man the acrobatic improviser, and that's exactly how the combat gameplay works in this game. You attack, you dodge, you counter, you use the environment to interact. While it is pretty basic at first, there's also a learning curve when you progress throughout the game with more unlockables. You're able to progress the way you combat, the way you interact with the environment, the way you can time attacks, the way you can get additional attacks, additional gadgets, and it's all really in depth. Progressing through levels as Spider-Man unlocks you suits, and most suits in the game come with a suit power. The suit powers can be used whenever the meters fill, and they can change the tide of battle. They can be shockwave attacks, they can be holographic duplicates, they can be spider bots that come in and help the battle. It can be an all-out attack to web up opponents in an instant. And the thing is, there's no limit to what you can do. You can wear one suit and attach a different suit power to that. However, I kind of stay away from that because, well, it can get kind of weird. Moving on from the gameplay of the game, you can also see that this is a coming-of-age story for Peter Parker. In this world, he's 23 years old, meaning he has been donning the mantle of Spider-Man for 8 years. Meaning he has a lot of encounters that we as players will never be able to see because this isn't an origin story. We don't see the spider bite, we don't see the death of Uncle Ben. It's been played out, it's been done before. This is a more human story because it shows what happens after he becomes Spider-Man. It shows how he has to manage both worlds as Peter Parker and as Spider-Man. But that doesn't mean that Insomniac didn't put a history for Spider-Man together. Throughout the city, you can find backpacks, and collecting backpacks shows the past of Peter Parker throughout the 8 years. Every backpack holds an item that was significant to him in one way or the other, as Peter Parker or as Spider-Man.
Funny, my fear of heights didn't go away when I got my powers. Had to climb to the top of the Empire State to get over that.
Even the relationships in the game can show history. The relationship with Mary Jane and Peter Parker / Spider-Man is a great example. After they broke up, they haven't spoken to each other in 6 months. And now they work with each other as reporter and superhero, which you can imagine can get a little bit dicey at times.
You don't think this has anything to do with Lee, do you?
Sorry to cook and run.
Did you just leave your clothes on the kitchen floor? Take him.
New York is laced with Easter eggs. Doctor Strange's Sanctum Sanctorum, the Wakandan Embassy, which gives reference to King T'Challa. And if it's just one of those days where you're not feeling too good, then just go to Avengers Tower. You could just be that typical New Yorker on the Empire State Building, but yada yada yada, am I right? Now my opinion on the game can be totally different from the opinion that you have on the game. I personally think the game is amazing. I mean, you can like it, you can dislike it, it's however you are. Also, my grading system doesn't hold any merit to the actual game itself, such as official ratings in store and whatnot. I'm just a guy in an apartment who just wanted to review this game because, well, Spider-Man was my gateway into pop culture, and I just figured, you know, since he has such a big release in so many years, I figured I might as well give it a review for it. Again, honestly, I just want to thank Tom the Sauce God for plugging me with a copy because I was unable to grab them myself. And I just can't wait to play this game over and over again. Just waiting for that new game plus, and I'll be on it for a second or third time. The score I am giving to this game will be popping up soon. Again, this is my own opinion, so you don't have to agree with it. But I will be giving this a whopping a 9 out of 10. Congratulations.